What's up, guys? Kyle from Speeding Productions here, and I'm here to, well, I guess you can probably tell by the title what I'm here for, and I know what a lot of you might be thinking. Kyle, Speed Demon, Speed, whatever your name that you're going by now is. The earliest video you have uploaded is from 2011, so, you're kinda dumb. And yes, you would be right, that the first video that was ever uploaded to the Speed Demon channel was made in, I believe, December of 2011. But this has not been my first channel. As many of you know, I used to go by a different channel known by Hurley474, and I began making YouTube videos back in 2008. Specifically, my first video that I ever uploaded was made on January 28th, 2008, and as it so happens, today is January 28th, 2018. A decade since the first video I ever posted. Hot damn, it has been a long ass time, and I thought what better way to celebrate it than been doing a little bit of a retrospective on the last 10 years of me uploading videos. Things I've done, things I'm proud of, things I'm not so proud of. But either way, it's going to be a good time. So to begin our tale, I guess we have to start back at the beginning. In 2000, I guess like the mid-2000s is when I first found out about YouTube. And I originally found out about it as a video where I could watch basically America's Funniest Home Videos every day of my life. Because the only thing, when my friends showed me what it was, they showed me like compilation videos of people falling down, and I thought it was hilarious. Later I found out that it was a much better thing, but that's what I knew it was from the beginning. So one day, I believe I was sick, and I found a couple things, and I found I could watch old cartoons, and that's settled me for a long time. Where I would watch old cartoons of stuff that I used to watch, and I found some other cartoons like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That was good. Super Mario Bros. 3, Legend of Zelda cartoon, all that good stuff. And then I was looking up the Super Mario World cartoon. I was looking that up because I really liked the Mario cartoons, and I thought it was awesome. So I wanted to find the next one, and I knew Super Mario World had one. I'd watched some episodes, taking a break, went back, and had to retype in Super Mario World. And I accidentally mistyped, and I typed in Stupid Mario, and it popped up as a series called Stupid Mario Brothers, created by a channel, Rich Alvarez. And in some regard, I owe all of my success to that man, Rich Alvarez, and his channel for making Stupid Mario Brothers, because it opened my eyes to YouTube being more than just a platform to watch cartoons or for old TV shows. It became known to me that it was a platform for people like myself, like kids, older, teens, adults, anyone that wanted to make content. It was open, and like my eyes were open to that by watching him. And it was him and his friends in Mario costumes, and they were throwing fireballs and fighting with beam swords that had lightsaber effects and lightsaber sound effects, and it was amazing. And I'm still subscribed to that channel, and I still watch their videos all the time, and I still go back and I watch that series because that got me into YouTube. And I wanted to do it, but at the time I knew I couldn't, so I wanted to look and I wanted to find other things. But then that opened my door to find other like user-submitted and created stuff, and that's when I got introduced to Super Mario Bros. Z by Alvin Earthworm, and I got introduced to Sprite stuff, and I wanted to do that too. But again, I was a dumb kid, and I didn't know how, and I tossed and I turned, and I was like, oh, what can I do? And then I found some other videos by people like Super Mario Logan, Mario 8989. And a couple others that did plush videos. They took their Mario figures and they made stupid voices, and they had adventures, and they just had a camera, and they didn't care that their hand was in the shot or anything like that. It was just a thing that they did, and I think some of them still do, which I find hilarious. But that was it. That was my in. And then I like begged and I pleaded, and I got a video camera for that Christmas. And then my mom helped me, and we made my YouTube channel, and thanks to a timely entrance from my brother wearing a Hurley t-shirt, I became, and a bunch of random numbers, I became known as Hurley474, and I started my channel, and then I got super sick, like the worst sick I ever had, from like after Christmas until like the end of January. I literally, like, I missed so much school and I was done. But January 28th, I was healthy enough, and I picked up my camera and I grabbed some of my toys and action figures, and I was like, I'm making my first YouTube video today, and I did. And I filmed YouTube, and I filmed myself playing with toys and making voices while I was still sick, by the way. So my first videos I made when I was sick, and I was like, looking back, they were horrible. I don't even have them anymore. They're like 3 computers ago, and I've lost them. But it was literally me with a Mario figure and a Luigi figure and some other stuff, and I was just playing and I was basically playing, and I was filming myself playing, and I was having an amazing time, and I loved it. And I basically did that straight for a little bit over a year. So from 2008 to 2009, I was just purely making plush and action figure just adventures. That was it. In 2009, I got incredibly experimental. I started doing a sprite series called Super Sega Z. I'll probably put some clips and stuff because I do have some of that. I was making a sprite series called Super Sega Z. It wasn't good. Was not good. I didn't know how to do animation, so it was literally just like a stop-motion sprite movie, and it was dumb. And I dabbled in machinima. Didn't have a capture card, but I dabbled in Brawl Machinima back then, and I got like told to kill myself numerous times upon my numerous attempts. So that didn't work. And then I went back to plush videos for a while. And then I learned through the grapevine what a capture card was. And then I got introduced to another series called Dragon Ball AS, Dragon Ball Alternate Sagas, by a channel Blisk4. And that set me on the path for Dragon Ball fanfiction, basically Dragon Ball Machinima, based on the game Budokai Tenkaichi 3 that came out for the Wii and PlayStation 2. And I got a capture card. I might have bought that with my own money. And I got a laptop, and I was able to have my little setup in my basement next to my TV. And I got set up and I started doing Dragon Ball. I called mine Dragon Ball DS. Dragon Ball different, I think it was different stories or different sagas. And I started doing that, and surprisingly enough, yeah, that was in November of 2009. Surprisingly enough, that is what kind of got me in the door, and I started getting a following. People liked my content. I started meeting some of like the coolest people, some people that I still talk to today. I've met through this series, including DBZ.123, also known as Cinematic Controller. Around the same time I met Dallas, I also met Jason, Hellfire Monkey, and David, Leo Spike 1, who he started his YouTube channel like a month after I did. He and I were doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it was great, and it was fun, and we were just doing a whole bunch of fun shit. And then all of us were just hanging out, having a good time, and it was amazing. And then I kept doing Dragon Ball DS because it was huge. It blew up, and it was the first thing I ever had that like blew up, and I loved it. Like, people were like, I'm not gonna say I was popular because I only had, and at the time, at like my peak performance on the Hurley 474 channel, I think I had close to 500. I think I had close to 500 subscribers, which at the time for me was like, oh my god, people like the things I do when they're commenting and like liking and rating and whatever the things were back in 2009 YouTube. But it was awesome. And then 2010 hit, and that's when YouTube decided to start its fight against copyrighted music. And I was caught up in the crossfire because I used a lot of like just regular songs because I didn't know any better. I was a kid, so I used a lot of like just like rock songs and just like music that I listened to. I put it in my videos because I didn't have voice acting; it was all text based. And I believe my editing software back then was Windows Movie Maker, so like God knows it wasn't any good. But I got caught up, and like pretty much my entire series was taken away. It was like stripped from YouTube, and I got like copyright claim after copyright claim, and I got a threat sent to my email saying that if I didn't close my account, like legal actions would have been taken. And I was like this was 2009. I was still in middle school, or I was either in middle school still or going into high school. And or no, this was 2010. So I was in high school. I was in high school when this happened. Or again, I was either just going into high school or in high school. That's kind of the same thing, but whatever. And I was like, I'm only like 15. I don't know how to deal with this. So I did the only option that I thought I had. Looking back on it, I definitely had other options, but at the time I was like, I can't handle any legal actions right now. I am 15. So I made my last video. I said goodbye, and I closed my account, and Hurley474 faded away. Leo Spike 1 and DBZ0123 made videos about me and closing my channel, and I honestly can't thank them enough. Like, even like looking back on it today, you guys didn't have to, and it just was like, they were my friends. Like, David I knew from school, but like Dallas, I've never even met him face to face still, and he did that for me, and I consider him one of my best friends in the world. And he made that video, and I was like, damn, that is the power of this internet. And after that, after Hurley474 died, I really didn't do anything. I mean, I started working on a different channel called Game Rush Walkthroughs with a couple of my friends, which eventually just became me, because I was the only one with consistent equipment. But I did that for a little bit, and I was like, do I want to go back on YouTube? And I tossed and turned about going back on YouTube and starting again from ground zero. And ultimately, I decided to start again from ground zero when I began Speed Demon 1939, and I began Speed Demon Productions, which is not a real production company. It's literally just me and my friends, and we just have fun, and it's great. But I started that channel in 2011, so I basically took a year off from YouTube, from 2010 to 2011. I basically didn't do anything, and then I started making. I started trying to make a Brawl Machinima again. That didn't pan out, and then I didn't know what to do, and then my friends came together, and before the end of Hurley474, and before and around the time the Dragon Ball DS started really kicking off, which, by the way, I made like 30 plus episodes of that Dragon Ball fanfic, and I wish I still had more of them, because like some of the later episodes I'm still pretty proud of, and I remember them. I remember what they were. And I was pretty proud of that series, and I wish I had saved more episodes. Note to self, what I do now is I literally have every episode of stuff that I do. I still keep it, because it's worth it to me now, after going through that. But anyway, during one of the breaks of doing Dragon Ball DS, myself, my friend Nico, my friend Ty, and my friend Jesse, we all started doing a Dragon Ball live action called Dragon Ball Real Life, and it was terrible. Actually, the reunion special, which is just a compilation of the first 2 episodes and some bloopers, is up on my channel, and I've uploaded it a couple years ago now, but it's there and you can watch it. But we had done that, and then this is a couple years later, we were like, hey, that was really fun, let's do that again. So we got like everyone involved. Like the credits for that, it was like myself, my best friend Matt, Nico, Jesse, Ty, Sim, like so many of my friends, Jamail, who, like, everyone was just like, yes, we are on board. Everyone that I knew that was a fan of anyone that was a fan of Dragon Ball or Team 4-Star or anything relative, they were in, and we were doing that, and it was fun, and we're still planning on finishing. That's still happening, just FYI. But it was great, and then I started doing some gameplay stuff again, but then I hit a slump, and that was partially due to work at the time, and that was partially due to a bunch of other things, but I hit a slump and just didn't upload, or wasn't uploading frequently. And I was off and on, and we would get an episode, and then I would disappear, and then I'd do something, and then disappear. And then I just kept doing that cycle. And then Matt and I started doing Let's Plays. And this is 2015 now. So, like, I was off and on and doing Dragon Ball Next Generation for, like, a couple years. And then in 2015, Matt and I started doing Let's Plays again. And I started to do videos, like, daily. And it was, I think, like a year of daily uploads, and that was insane, and that was such a fun experience doing that. Like a year of doing like near daily uploads, and that was amazing. Like we would record for like hours, and it was a fantastic experience doing that. And I would love to get back and do more Let's Plays with Matt. And then in 2016, I started doing Smash games, and I got back into Machinima. And then later that year, Retro Pixels, Isaiah, Lone, Smash, Wise, Angel, all of them, they contacted me. Well, actually, Lone contacted me first, and he is talking. Actually, no, that's not the right story. Angel contacted me first, because Angel actually auditioned for Smash games. She actually auditioned to play Alice, which would have been hilarious. and I ended up giving her the role of Rose on like the secondary team. But anyway, so I talked to Angel first, and then Lone started watching my series, and then Isaiah started watching my series, and I guess like there was some like behind the scenes shit, and by the time I was on episode 3, Isaiah had contacted me and was like, hey, do you want into Retro Pixels? And I was like, fuck yes. So I'm now a part of Retro Pixels, and it has been an awesome ride, and I love the group, I love everyone in there, and it is a good time, and I love being a part of the Machinima community again, and it is a fantastic experience that I've been on. And then in 2016, I also started doing live streams, and that has been incredible, and I love doing that. And with a combination of like everything from Smash games and Machinima to live action stuff that I still do to live streams to a whole bunch of stuff, I'm getting near 400 subscribers, and I do customary live stream once I reach every like 100 subscriber milestone now, and I'm getting close to doing that again, and I love it, and I can't thank my fans enough for everything that I do. But from my fans, and I also, there's a few people that I have to thank, and I wouldn't be here, both on YouTube and other reasons, without them. And the first person that comes to that list is David. I started my YouTube career basically with him, and he doesn't upload videos that often anymore, but he'll always be my friend. And so David, Leo Spike 1, he is an amazing person, and one of the reasons I stay on YouTube as long as I have is because of him. The next person I have to thank is Dallas, DBZ123, Cinematic Controller. He's like the little brother I never had. I'm the youngest in my family, but like I consider Dallas to be my younger brother. I've never met him, but that doesn't matter to me. I've known him since he was 2009. I've known him since he was like a little kid, and now he's graduated, and like that, it blows my mind that is our relationship. Is that when I met him, he was this little kid, and now he's graduated and like off in college or something, and that is just amazing to me. And the last person I need to thank is, honestly, like my best friend in the world and my brother. I need to thank Matthew Broman, and I don't know what I can say without just getting super emotional, but like, honestly, man, like, I've only known you since 2010. We met in high school, but like, he's the type of friend that like, I feel like I've known him forever, and when we don't hang out for a while, everything is like, it clicks back into place whenever we get to hang out. But he's the one that got me into the Let's Plays and everything, and he's the one that's been there. He volunteers for voice acting stuff, and he's been with me through thick and thin, and I couldn't imagine my life without him, and this channel wouldn't be the same if he wasn't a part of like everything that goes on in it. So all three of you, David, Dallas, and Matt, thank you guys for everything. And you, the viewer, don't think I forgot about you. I cannot believe how this channel has blown up in the past couple years. Like, from the time I made this channel up until until I started Smash games, I honestly did not break 50 subscribers in like the 4 years that I was doing this channel. And then I started doing Smash games, and I started doing live streams, and I started getting really invested again. And then it was incredible. It was like my subscribers kept coming up and up and up. Every time I checked my computer, I had more. And now I'm up to almost 400, as I said, and there's going to be another big live stream coming, but I cannot thank you enough. And I know I don't have the biggest fan base, but I love my fans. You guys are awesome. Like, you guys comment on stuff, you let me know how you're thinking, you guys come to my live streams, you watch my episodes. You guys are incredible, and I can't thank you all enough. And so the last thing I'm going to talk about, my phone's going off, but I'm going to hang up on that. The last thing I'm going to talk about is I asked a couple people, specifically Dallas and Matt, because they have been through thick and thin on this channel. I asked them to put together a couple things, so I'm going to let them say their piece. And other than that, I'm going to let that go right now.
I would have probably stopped my original YouTube series. I wouldn't have completed it. I would never have pursued making a second channel. I wouldn't have made my own videos moving forward from that. I wouldn't have ended up here. Speed Demon 1939, Hurley 474 Kyle is one of the kindest and most fun people I know, but just as important, he is one of the hardest workers I know. I've seen him work diligently at jobs he despised, and I've seen him handle jobs he enjoyed, like putting it down would be the death of him. He is always working, and I hope that one day he gets the results and admiration that he deserves. I'm not going to talk for too much longer because I don't want to dominate this video, but I do want to say that he has had a definite impact on my life, and even if his content isn't the most polished and it's not super popular or anything like that, it's still amazing to me that both of us have continued to work for so long, and I say this with complete honesty. He is my favorite and the most important YouTuber that I have ever experienced and had the liberty to watch.
What's up, you guys? My name is Matthew Broman. I'm the voice of Ethan in Smash Games, as well as I live act for Kyle in Dragon Ball The Next Generation as Radek. The other things that I do with Kyle is live streams and Let's Plays. Honestly, like, gaming with Kyle and doing videos with Kyle is probably one of my favorite things to do. Like, I don't only think that his channel is an outlet for his creativity, as well as showing his amazing personality that is growing and attracting more and more people to the community. I also think it's a symbol of our friendship and his other friendships. He's an amazing human, and it's shown in his content and what he does. It's probably one of my favorite things is just watching his videos back and remembering the fun that we've had. And I can't wait to look back more on the videos that we're going to make in the future, buddy. I'm happy to be a part of this, and I think everyone else can agree that it's good to be subscribed to you, man. Here's to the New Year's.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Matt and Dallas, for your contributions, and thank you again for watching and sticking through this long-winded video of me just babbling about my past and everything. But far more to come will be coming from this channel in the future, so it'll be great, and I'm really looking forward to the next 10 years when I get to do this again. But for now, I'm Speed Demon 939, Hurley 474. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.